Okay, so nobody's getting the truth from the mainstream media, folks. It's well past time to open your eyes, your ears, and your mind. Do your own research because something isn't right here. And if you can't see that, you are not paying attention, folks.
It's the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order. A world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations.
So let's look at each one of these and see how we can get this down to zero. Probably one of these numbers is going to have to get pretty near to zero. Now that's back from high school algebra, but let's take a look. First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
The important message that we need Australians to get vaccinated as quickly as possible. In line with that, I do encourage all Australians to please go and book your vaccinations as soon as you can if you haven't already done so.
Emma, get away!
When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
Okay, we need to stand up against this tyranny, folks. Stop giving away your freedoms and liberties, because the more you give up, the more these people will take until you have absolutely nothing left. That's their agenda. All right, good evening, people. How are you? Thanks for that little reminder, Darren. And we have to keep everyone reminded on what's going on there. That digital ID, they're not going to get it through, but they are going to push it. So what a weekend, what a day. Hey, just never ends, does it? Just unbelievable. Anyway, yeah, good weekend, guys. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. Okay, as I said, Thursday night, what did Caz, Mel, and myself do? We gave away something that was too big for us, and we gave it to the good Lord. And I would just like to say, look how Saturday turned out. It was a good day, guys. Okay, it's a really good day. We can cover some stuff later, but why I put out the 3 pieces today, guys, is because I don't want to waste your news show on explaining myself or whatever's gone out there, right, in controversy. So I've done the 3 pieces. They're out there. I'm going to do a conclusion tomorrow, which will be, pretty good. I think it'll contain, where the freedom movement, should be heading, or maybe not should be heading. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. My opinion on where I think it is heading and what's going on out there, which you all deserve to know about. I think anyway, you are it. It's you. Without you guys, there's nothing. You are the ground movement. So again, you guys need to know what's going on out there with your movement. But guys, apparently we've been told that we're going to get more fires, exactly the same as what they were when a particular person was holidaying over in Hawaii in 2019, and we've been told we're going to get them. We are going to get them. Not that we could get them, but they will happen. This is the mainstream. So little things like that on the mainstream, guys, when they tell you it will happen, guess what? It will happen. Because they've already designed it. They know what they're doing. Okay? So we got a 400% increase coming, right, in heat deaths caused by what? Climate change, guys. Climate change. Okay? And we got a plunging house price market going. So they're getting it all together, guys. All right. The design is now, like the normal person should be able to paint your house blue. Yeah. the normal person should be able to see this stuff by now because it's just leaking through everything. All right. Absolutely everything. Again said, it's got to give back $240 million, taking money off dead people, you know. They made $6 billion profit last year. So where is this money going? That's what I'd like to know. I hope it goes to the poor people that was slugged, you know, not the dead, but anyone who passed and they were ripping off, it should go to their family trust or whatever else, you know, their probate trust or, you know, it's just fucked up. Okay. Viridian Glass, all right, that we heard was closing, guys. Why? You know why it's closing? Because they've been slugged with a $1 million a year carbon fee. $1 million a year carbon fee. For what? Nothing. That's why Viridian Glass is shutting in Australia, guys. Not the reasons that the mainstream would like to tell you. Unreal. Unbelievable. And the real funny thing, guys, which I've noticed today, look, it's just showing you their playbook again. Right, they're giving up on the sovereign citizen. They're now going for the Nazi. They'll keep Desi in that sovereign citizen box. We know that, but they're going for the Nazi bit now. Okay, and what I've noticed is there's only the ABC covered Adelaide. I saw right just later this afternoon, a little bit of Adelaide, but there was no mainstream media coverage for this rally yesterday, guys, and that tells me something. That tells me that the mainstream have a motive, and the motive is the Nazi element. Okay, why did we get no coverage? I wonder. Okay, because they will only cover what is of benefit to them, guys. Now, we know that down at Speaker's Corner there, and Caz, you come in whenever you want, darling. I know down there.
I think Channel 7 did cover it briefly.
Briefly, okay. Well, down at Speaker's Corner, where Rocco went for a walk to with his guitar, there was a setup down there, guys. All right, they had some Antifa or whatever you'd like to call it, you know, some people opposite to whatever, and the mainstream media was down at Speaker's Corner, not up where we were, and they got the shots that they wanted. So when that will get used, I don't know. Okay, but obviously, yeah, it's going to happen, I think. Tonight on Channel 10, what's that?
No, Channel 9 or Channel 10.
Okay. All right, Kat, let's get into it anyway. Yeah, Brizzy was that, guys. Brizzy was just shocking. And look, this is what I've spoken to you about. Go and watch, you know, part 4, when I do the conclusion, I'm going to cover all this stuff, okay? But all in all, we had a great day in Sydney, I think. As again, thanks to Mick for letting me and Donna from Corruption Whistleblower get up there and have our couple of minutes of talking to the people. It was good. It was. Thank you very much. Okay.
All right, let's have a look at the highlights.
All right.
Cool. The wave's coming, guys. The wave is coming. Poor Melbourne, mate. Geez, they cop it down there, don't they? Far out.
Well, it coincided with the 13th, and so it just so happens I've got some highlights from the 13th as well. $3 million apparently, according to the police.
Yeah, big crowds. We had look, my estimation, guys, on having a look up there, I you know, we let it all go past us. We didn't go on the walk. We tried to work out how many people were there, and I reckon between, you know, 4,500 in Sydney. You know. We're going off.
Tried to silence us. They took my friend Tommy and they put him in prison. They took my friend Charlie and they shot him. They tried to take my children and they deported my ass from Australia. And I say fuck the Australians for that.
We agree with you.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. They can put us in prison. They can shoot us. They can lock us up, but they will not stop us now.
That's it. You're right, Katie.
Because we are not here because we hate. We are not here because we want bad things for other people. We are here because we grew up knowing freedoms, and we will get those freedoms back for our kids and our grandchildren. Yes, we will.
Cool. Well done, guys. Good cut there.
Well, I've got another good cut. Amazing what you can do when you have the time. All right, so there's something that's really amazing that's happening at the moment, and they're calling it the Charlie effect. Okay, now you've got to watch this, guys. This is amazing.
And I've never owned a suit before. My wife, she bought me this suit, and I just want my wife to know she made me feel good. I didn't know Charlie Kirk, never met that guy before in my life. And something else that I've never done before in my life is believe in God. I'm gonna wear this suit to church. I'm gonna go to church.
So I just went to church for the first time, and I gotta say, I'm like, I don't know if it's because I'm sleep deprived, but like, I'm literally like a nervous wreck. Like, the first thought that came to mind was like, oh my gosh, people are gonna hate me because of how I look like, or because I'm gay.
The spiritual and moral peace that I have seen in the Christian community regarding this whole thing is something that I envy, because I am full of rage and hate and anger. And I've been making it very clear. But I went today and I picked up a Bible because I was inspired by what I've seen from their side, from the Christian side of this. The conduct of the people cheering is enough to push me to whatever is diametrically opposed to their point of view, and they did not go after a political figure only. They went after a religious figure, and that says something to me. When I opened up this Bible that I purchased today, the first verse that I saw was Job 6:2. And then Job replied, if only my anguish could be weighed and all my misery be placed on the scales, it would surely outweigh the sand of the seas. No wonder my words have been impetuous. I and many other
people unfollowed me because I posted about Charlie Kirk and I said that Jesus Christ is Lord. Good. I don't want you to follow me. I don't want you to try.
So this is at the Kennedy Center. They've set up a tribute for Charlie Kirk where they can line up.
See that idiot run through the flowers?
This is California.
Now it's our job, he's no longer there to lead us, to rush in and fill the breach and win this battle for our country, for God, and for our families. Thank you all.
Yep. It's certainly woken a lot of people up around the world, guys. It really, really has. Okay, so yeah, it's and the Christian way, you know, the spirit of God that's just going across the globe is like absolutely insane. And as I say, guys, what did we do on Thursday night when we couldn't handle it? All right, it was too much for us. We gave it away, and look how the weekend turned out. Like, just insane. God's good, man. God's good.
God is amazing, and there's amazing things happening at the moment. So, you know, like one of the things that's really important is I'll often hear people say, oh, what can I do? This is one person, one girl. Listen to this story. It's amazing.
We fucking did it. We fucking did it. Do you see that name? Boop. Do you see it? You fucking see it? That's my face, bro. My fucking face. We got it to him, and that was my fucking goal. Thank you, everybody who shared, who reposted, who tagged him. He's got it. So now we see what goes on with it. For those that are asking, this is now the second part, right? Because we've created a petition. I have created a petition. It is in my bio, and for those that can't find it or are having issues finding it, I highlighted it so you guys could see. It is right underneath my bio. This is the link that you click in order to go and sign the petition. Now, there are people saying that they have to donate in order to sign. No, you don't. You do not have to donate any money in order to sign the petition. 3:35 in the afternoon, Saturday, September 13th of 2025, our signature count has now doubled.
Okay. What she did was she put around a petition, a video on TikTok, and she said, Mr. President, I voted for you 3 times. I want you to return the Smith-Mundt Act. Now, the Smith-Mundt Act was turned over by Biden and before him, Obama. And it meant that the news could lie. And she said, instead now I want you to call it the Charlie Kirk Act. It went so viral, and it went to President Trump, and President Trump actually retruthed it on Truth Social. And now she's got her signatures going. So Trump does retruth something. That's it, mate, baby. It's all over.
Unreal.
So the Smith-Mundt Act, which means that the media will no longer be able to lie to people, will be reinstated or passed as legislation, and it will be now called the Charlie Kirk Act. So watch this space, because when they can't lie anymore, wow.
Yeah, then we might be able to go. I might be able to go doing Ryan for the Guru deception, Mel. What do you reckon? And a couple of people here in Australia. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Will be interesting, wouldn't it? Look, we've got some really great people that are sort of coming up through the ranks, and they've got some really simple solutions. And I like Scotty's solutions on this one.
Will it collapse the economy? It would if you don't change the current economic settings. So what you would have to do is go, okay, let's cut the immigration number to 0, right? Let's go drastic here. Let's go to 0. And what do we got to do to offset that? Okay, well, I'm afraid we're going to have to let go about 20% of our federal staff, which means the Department of Blue Hair has to go, unfortunately. Look, I really appreciate you guys. You've been great. Here's your long service, and see you later. Now, by default, the state governments are going to have to do the same thing, because all their GST revenues are going to be clipped. They have to let go of all these useless departments. They have to start rationalising and go, is this really a service we have to provide? Because we can't really afford that right now. And suddenly all this labour ends up in the market. And people are like, oh, the unemployment numbers will shoot through to the moon. Well, they actually won't, because what's going to happen is the businesses that can't find people at the moment...
There they are. They found someone.
We've actually found someone who can now answer the phone and write these emails and do this shit for us, right? So we're going to bring those people back into the workforce. And then all the other shit we can't afford, like the green ideology, all the subsidies for that, they're all going to go as well, because you can't afford that anymore.
Yeah, and watch the green energy sector fall over.
It'll fall over in a heartbeat. So then we
overnight.
We have to revert then back to an energy source that we have abundance of at the cheapest rate, which is
coal and gas.
Yeah, unbelievable, right? So suddenly we start pumping in all of these energy sources that we have an abundance and we can actually afford, which will bring prices down. There'll be some pain for a while. Don't get me wrong here. I'm not saying this is going to be an easy transition, but if we're going to plan for the next 5 years and do this properly, then we need to structurally change the way everything works in Australia with regards to things like our resources, our taxation system, and our ideological craziness when it comes to saving the planet as well.
We've got the people to do it. We've just got imbeciles actually running the country, but we have some of the most, or some, yeah. Anyway.
We have got we've got a lot of things staring down the barrel at us. You've got this, okay? So you've got 85 days until the government imposes the deadline. That's when Australians will need the social media account shut down unless we comply with e-Karen. So might have only 85 days of the show left, guys. And then you've got this. It's basically the new blasphemy laws speaking about the truth is dangerous ideology. So it's a pro-Muslim censorship under the far left Islamophobia plan. So, but the thing is that, even though we've got a lot coming against us at the moment, you can see people are really riled up and they are not back it down 1 inch. You know, you got Lozzie B. She puts out a lot of great stuff. She's just basically said, dear immigrants, Australia is not yours to remake in the image of the nations that you chose to leave. You're welcome here as guests, but guests do not dictate terms to their hosts. We will not surrender who we are to appease you, and we will fight like hell to preserve our culture and our way of life. So fit in or bit off. Love Australia. You know, and it's funny because, like, they all march for Palestine, but, you know, you've got this situation. You've still got, I think it's about 6,000 or 7,000 Yazidi girls are still sex slaves. And it's just horrendous what they have been through. You know, I've had a fair bit to do with that community. And these stories that they will tell, their eyes glaze over. And they'll just go, oh, and then all the women got raped at the pirate. Then we got onto the boat, and then the pirates came along, and then they killed all the men. And then, like, the stuff that they have been through is absolutely horrendous, you know. And it's just like they all march for Palestine. And I agree that I don't like the killing, I don't like the war, I don't like the expansion. But the thing, and you know, like we all agree on these things, but let's not forget that there's other people that are suffering at the hands of this as well.
Yeah, and you know, like that's a war in another country, guys. All right, we got our own silent war going on against our own people now. That's what we should be concentrating on.
Exactly. Exactly at the moment. So yeah, you know, and it's happening everywhere as well. As you can see, even in the EU, it's being brought up or brought to attention there because you've got this EU MP, and she said, you have filled Europe with Mohammedans. You have subsidized the Islamization of Europe. They are raping our children in the name of Allah. Kick them out before Europe dies. So you've got a lot of resistance from all over the place at the moment with the globalists flooding of the Western, of the West.
We've got a lot of problems worldwide. I think countries are really getting to the point now where, you know, France, watch France, guys. All right. France is supposed to be the one that's going to tip it off. So, but yeah, I think it's going to go around the world. It'll go around Europe first. Obviously, it's already happening. And, you know, America's going to come on pretty soon hard, I think, because, you know, they're just getting sick of being played as the pawns over there. You know, they really are there, you know, and look, their country's responsible. You know what I mean? It is, you know, they all accept that. But, yeah, it's going to get really crazy. And, you know, I think there's a lot more to happen in America. Yeah, that's the focus point for, you know, the cabal to just keep tearing down, because if they can tear America down, they've got the world, you know, that's the way they look at it.
That's right, they do. Look, just to bring your attention, Milk Bar TV, Andrew Tate's basically suing them. Anyway, I just thought I'd play this, and he's got a petition.
We're entering a pivotal stage in a legal case where Andrew Tate is suing me, other social media users, and citizen journalists, with a key hearing coming up soon. We're defending ourselves against this lawsuit. Our goal is to have the case dismissed. To get there, we need your support. Every contribution helps us to continue this fight, upholding our right to speak, to respond, and to accurately report on matters of public interest, including Andrew Tate. If you believe in fairness, free expression, and protecting the role of citizen journalists, please consider donating and sharing this widely at truthversustate.com. Together we can stand up for the principle that individuals should not be silenced by costly lawsuits. Thank you for standing with us.
Hey, look, we're looking at one ourselves, guys. You know that. So yeah, look, it's going on. They're going to come to us whichever way they can, guys. You know what I mean? And this is this is their whole plan. All right, they're just going to keep breaking us down if they can. All right, but we can't let them do that. And you know, as I say, you know, I saw, you know, there was a good crowd in Sydney, and it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, guys. So. You know, there's rumblings in the background. All right, I'm going to do a part 4. I'm going to fill you in on what I know, and you guys can take it from. Maybe you can voice your opinion then in the direction that you'd like to. So anyway, look out for part 4 tomorrow. I'll get it done in the morning sometimes, and man, it takes a lot of work to do all this uploading and downloading. Friggin' hell, I tell you. I need another PA out there, guys. If we've got one knows how to put TikToks and that together, I'd love to talk to you. I could send you the videos and what needs to go in them, and you could knock them up for me, send them back. And because, man, I wasted all day today doing 3 hits or 3 pieces. Yeah, unbelievable. Anyway, that was it. I enjoyed me day. It was something different.
Renegade Rosie, she was out again on the beach.
Legend.
Nina, who's just been chatting to me, she has a little baby. Tell me about your baby, Nina.
Yeah, his name's Caston. He's just turning 1 in 2 weeks.
And you decided not to vaccinate him. What made you realise that these aren't a good idea?
Oh, look, yeah, I actually was referred to read a book called Dissolving Illusions.
By the remarkable Suzanne Humphreys.
Yeah.
We love her.
Yeah, so since then I've done a lot of, read a lot about her and her research, so I have a lot of respect for her. So that was a great one that kind of opened my eyes to at least, question.
Well, I hope you share with your friends your insights and you encourage them to question.
Yeah.
That book is the most fabulous book.
I agree.
We recommend it very strongly. I work with the Australian Vaccine Risk Network, and that's one of the books we promote. Nina, congratulations on having a gorgeous, healthy little one.
Thank you so much
for speaking with us.
Go, Rosie. But
yep. People waking up to the damage of these bioweapons, Oh man, I'll tell you, I was cuddling this little kid up there at the rally on the weekend, actually down by the stage, and he was the one that I'd actually seen, and I gave him a high five, and his mum had said something, but yeah, and I looked at her and I just said, there is no reason for this, to his mum, and she just went, no, there's not. You know what I mean? There is no reason that we should have autistic kids, okay, and especially at the rate we've got them, guys. Okay, occasionally. Chromosomes don't mix. I know all that. All right. I've got people in my family who I got a Down syndrome in the family. All right. And I don't believe that was injection or vaccination because he come out like that. He was like that from birth. We knew as soon as we looked at Joshy, everyone's heart melted because we knew he was down. All right. He had the eyes. He had this. He had that. That happens. But the majority of this is happening now, guys. 95% of it is all induced by our government corruption, letting the cabal kill the people.
Dr. Joanne Howe is hitting the streets now. She's got a rally for life, and it's on in the South Australian Parliament, North Terrace, 5:30 to 6:30 on Wednesday the 17th.
Why did you come out today? Well, I came out because I have all these beautiful babies, and I just wanted to, every time I've had a baby, I've always felt really emotional about the whole abortion issue. And I think a lot of people don't realise what's involved, and they don't realise that abortion is actually killing their child. They think it's a medical procedure. I think I used to think like that. But after having this little one, she's 18 months old now, I just think people need to know, and they need to be awakened to the horrible things that are going on. I saw you from afar at the first rally. Yeah. What advice would you give to mums bringing kids? It's really safe. I was really nervous thinking there might be some hooligans there. The kids all felt really safe, and yeah, I felt totally fine going with the little ones. Yeah, and the police are there, and it's very well organised. And this time... Yeah. And there were a lot of families there, and a lot of kids, so you felt like, it was like this, so you felt really comfortable. Yeah. And this time there's actually going to be bubble ones, toys for the kids, and lollipops, so, yes, they'll have to be there for an hour. It's only an hour, so we keep it really tight. Okay. But really hope you can make it, and thank you so much for your support. Pleasure being here. Okay.
Yay.
Beautiful. Pushing back.
Yeah.
Because we got Albert has been run out of his office, guys. He's had for 30 years. He's been run out. All right. They didn't want him to redo his rent through the church there, right? Because why? Because people are protesting there every weekend and they can't get shit done. So Albo's happening, brilliant. He got run out of friggin' wherever it was, Ballarat down there. He's been run out of his electoral office after 30 years in the same spot. Beautiful. Keep him on the run. Keep him on the friggin' run.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, here he is here. And look at this.
Greater honour than serving our country in our nation's uniform, and my government is dedicated to investing in the defence capabilities that our nation requires to keep Australians safe. It will deliver facilities to support the sustainment of Australia's surface combatant vehicles.
Check out White Miles's face while he's doing it, though.
nation's
just an
uniform,
absolute
and my government is
moron.
dedicated to investing in the defence capabilities that our nation requires to keep Australians safe. It will deliver facilities to support the sustainment of Australia's surface combatant vessels, contingency docking capabilities for Australia's future conventionally armed nuclear-powered submarine fleet from the early 1930s.
This has got to be some sort of operation. Like, you cannot be that bad.
And it went with a $12 billion deposit on the AUKUS too, Caz. $12 billion deposit went down today. Yeah.
Look, the thing is, I believe in the Q operation, but when you see stuff like this, and I know I've seen the stuff about Charlie Kirk and that sort of stuff as well, and it could well be it all fits. Everything fits, you know? So, look, I want to keep reminding everyone the importance of art. Okay, guys, please, look at this. Art can speak so loud.
Yeah,
you know?
my word.
Guys, if you have any ability whatsoever, please start. If you can do cartoons, start doing it. It's so important. If you can write a song, we use often Rocking Housewife stuff. She's just brilliant the way she puts all that stuff together, and it's always so immediately relevant to everything.
Yep. Yeah, we got some really talented people out there, mate. Really talented. I wish I had the time to sit around and write songs and stuff. But anyway, I just haven't at the moment because everyone's keeping me really busy. Like, yeah.
This little lady she goes by Kesha, and she's just terrific. She doesn't put out a lot, but the stuff that she does put out really awesome, just really succinct and concise.
Assimilators of Palestine is the same assimilators behind the Uluru Statement, and not just the Uluru Statement, but the whole reconciliation process. In fact, they created it.
Ah, you go, girl.
Yeah, well, they're what are they doing up there now? They're selling something off the Uluru, like the resort and everything. Something like, I think it's going to Chinese as well or something. Correct me if I'm wrong, people out there. Someone would have saw it, but I did see it flick. But there's that much out there. You just cannot keep up with it all, man.
Yeah.
They're just going for broke. They're rotness, man.
They are.
Like,
all right.
Life on a boat. Okay. Oh, good idea, actually. Okay.
We've got a few
No
things coming up.
Tomorrow. One TikTok tomorrow. That's it. I'm going to try and write a song about life on a boat. There you go.
All right. Let me just bring on the flies because we've got a few things happening this weekend. And the Mondays at Maggie's crew is calling for tools down. It's time to stand together. A corrupt and tyrannical government is crushing industries, stripping freedoms and silencing voices. So join us every Monday at the Governor's House in Sydney at 11 a.m. And on Mondays, don't forget Mondays at Maggie's, the Frank and Charles podcast. They will be hitting the streets this week. Mondays at Maggie's. And on Saturday, the 22nd of November, there is an Abolish Abortion Australia conference. This will be featuring T. Russell Hunter. And in Victoria, we have the following events. In Melbourne, gather at the Governor's every Saturday to end the tyranny. 10 a.m. every Saturday at the Governor Gates. And join the Justice of the People in Melbourne every Sunday at 4:30 p.m. for a remembrance at the Shrine of Remembrance. And every day there is a daily prayer space held on X. It's at 3 p.m. Melissa 14623
I love how you guys just come on and correct us, man. So it was 300 million it was sold for. It went to a Yank company, and correct me again if I'm wrong. Was it BlackRock? It probably was, or a BlackRock subsidiary. There you go, Lily Bear. Well done. And then we got told down there something else by someone else that
it was the resort.
Yeah, it was the AAT Kings Tours owned the Ayers Rock Resort. So
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the resort.
No,
yeah.
This one.
Life on a boat under maritime law.
Life on a boat trying to keep afloat.
All right, we
I
have
love
this.
you guys.
We have this situation where these fine machines just keep tipping over.
Well, does that happen?
Yeah,
earthquakes or
really
like
sad.
wind or something.
It's
Yeah,
sad,
that is
isn't it?
sad. They're
Yeah,
very
it's sad.
expensive, them things.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and they're very accurate too. They take photos of you drive past, and they can see right in your car and everything. They're really quite.
They can. Yeah.
They're very expensive the way they. I don't know
Don't
what's
be
happening
playing
to
up
them.
in your car. You
No.
in love couples out there, right? There'll be none of that anymore because you'll be busted. Apart from that, your car's spying on you anyway. If you bought a new car, like don't do anything because you are under camera.
Now we've got a few things that are very interesting. We've got this one first from Australia. So someone was skywriting. I think that was meant to say
Yep.
Jesus is Lord. So now
Yeah,
on the
there's a bit
subject
around.
on the subject of Jesus, like this one's really amazing.
This is pretty interesting. Beekeepers in Athens discovered this mysterious phenomenon where the bees in the hive, they build honeycomb cells everywhere but around the picture here. So they avoid covering up the picture. And apparently, it's only these certain figures that they won't cover. And this has been going on over years. But they will cover up normal photos or photos of non-figures. But this...
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Yeah,
That is
crazy.
mad.
And we also have this little hint from Trump.
You know, they're already under major investigation. A lot of the people that you would traditionally say are on the left.
They're already under investigation?
Already under investigation.
A lot of people, he said, are already under investigation. A lot of people.
Let's bring down the Mockingbird media, guys. Wouldn't that be good? We might get a gig on the big time then, who knows? But I tell you what, wouldn't it be good? It would be good to get out there and actually tell the general public and slow the show down a little bit and explain to them exactly what's being done to them. That would be a great thing to have to do.
Now, the other thing is, this is the envoy, the Russian envoy to the Pentagon, in his Kirill Dmitriev, and he's got here global awakening. So deep state, fake media, leftist ideology, and then it's got like Jesus, it's got the cross breaking down through the wall. So very fascinating. He's also been tweeting a lot of the Q stuff as well.
Well,
and
look, there's plenty out there, Yeah, go, Caz.
Yeah, no, that's all right. You go. Yep. And
no, I'm just saying the amount of coincidences out. So we got a bad lag now, but yeah, the amount of coincidences out there, guys, can't just be coincidence, okay? And I'll tell you who I put it down to, because it's all too miraculous, man. There's only one person that can pull this off, and it's your good Lord and Savior, because nobody else could do this, guys. They just couldn't do it, man. It's impossible.
They couldn't. And I wanted to just sort of basically, this is by Opinionated Black Woman. She's great. She's got a farm up north. So guys, go and support her. I'll bring her stuff in when I think of it in a couple of days. Look, she's got, did you know that in 1981, the median age for the first-time homeowner was 24 years? Fast forward to 2021, the median age for the first-time home buyer was 33 years old. Thanks to Labor, the median age for the first homeowner in 2025 is 40 years old. Barely any young people can afford to buy homes. And on that as well, Charlie Kirk has something very interesting to say about women raising children in the homes.
I want to live in a country where
If a woman does not want to go to work having to have a kid, she does not have to go to work and she can stay at home and raise those kids. We should all seek to build that country. It's good for men, it's good for women, it's good for kids, good for family, good for community. It's not knocking people that use daycare at all. If you have to use daycare, God bless you, I know it's tough, but honestly, too many people have to. In 1980s, a father working was able to support an entire family. Now things are so expensive, homes are out of reach, inflation has crushed us. Both the man and the woman have to go into the workforce. That is bad. It is bad for everybody. It creates strangers raising our kids. And also it creates women that have to go into the workforce that are unhappy in their job because they'd rather have their 6-month-old baby in their arms. And honestly, it's much more important for you to raise your 6-month-old baby than crunching numbers on a spreadsheet for some company that doesn't even know your name.
There you go. I just got to give Charlie Kirk a cuddle. That was cool.
That is cool. All right, we're being taken out by a tribute song for Charlie Kirk. So, Dave, if you would like to wrap up and close the show, I shall hit play.
Okay, well, the wrap up, guys, and that is plenty of controversy going on out there. Right, look out for the conclusion, part 4 tomorrow. It'll be worth watching, guys. Give you people a bit of an idea on what's going on in the background out there, because you do deserve to know. All right, can't tell you everything I know, but I can tell you a fair bit to put the pieces together and work it out for yourself, guys, because that's what it's all about. Okay, but I just like to say that to the people in Sydney, to one lady especially, I won't mention your last name, but Tanya, thank you very much for the present, guys. It was Jesse's birthday on Saturday, actually, and I didn't want to say that on stage. All right, I did use Jesse on stage, but I didn't want to say that it was a birthday because I didn't want to take away from anything on the day, you know what I mean, and have people feeling sorry for me and Mel on the day. But yeah, it was her birthday. We went out for breakfast with the kids on Sunday morning, but the Saturday, me and Mel went up there. Why? On her birthday? Because we just wanted to spend the time with you guys. All right. The whole reason that me and Mel have stood for you guys like we stood is because our daughter was bullied to death. And as I've said before, we were seeing the government bully you to death, and they have. Members of your family have been bullied to death. Your nieces, your nephews, all right, your friends, your acquaintances, all right, and it's been horrific, guys. All right, so thanks again. It's the start of another week, guys. Let's do what we can do. But from Mel, Jesse, and myself, it was an absolute pleasure to spend the day with you guys on Saturday. Thank you.
He walked this road with courage. He carried fire in his name. He stood when storms surrounded, but the night still took its claim. Now silence fills the places where his laughter used to be, but heaven's light is brighter, and one day we will see. Take him home, Lord, let the choir sing. Wrap him in your mercy, under angels' wings. Though we cry tonight, we will hold the flame till the day we meet and we call his name. From the stage he spoke with fire. Truth was beating in his chest. And now the pews are heavy, but in heaven he finds rest. We'll rise against the shadows, though the world feels torn apart. For love will write the ending and heal this broken heart. Take him home, Lord, let the choir sing. Wrap him in your mercy, under angels' wings. Though we cry tonight, we will hold Take him home, Lord. Let the choir sing. Glory in the heavens. Let the church bells ring. Though the night is long, still your love remains. And one day soon we'll call his name. Lord, tonight we remember a brother gone too soon. Hold his soul in your hands and hold us as we grieve. He walked this road with courage. He carried fire in his name. He stood when storms surrounded, but the night still took its claim. Now silence fills the places where his laughter used to be. But heaven's light is brighter, and one day we will see. Take him home, Lord. Let the choir sing. Wrap him in your mercy under angels' wings. Though we cry tonight, we will hold the flame till the day we meet and we call his name. From the stage he spoke with fire. Truth was beating in his chest. Now the pews are heavy, but in heaven he finds rest. We'll rise against the shadows, though the world feels torn apart. For love will write the ending and heal this broken heart. Take him home, Lord. Let the choir sing. Wrap him in your mercy under angels' wings. Though we cry tonight, we will hold the flame till the day we meet and we call his name. Love never dies, it carries on through the night till the break of dawn. Though he's gone, we'll still believe. Oh, in your arms, Lord, he's finally free. Take him home, Lord. Let the choir sing. Glory in the heavens. Let the church bells ring. Though the night is long,